how's it going, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Haven't done an edition of PC game deals in a very long time, so I thought I'd get back to doing that. And there are some great game deals available right now, most notably on a bunch of different Capcom titles. Capcom has been a great publisher recently, and right now you can get some of their best games very cheap on PC, so I'm going to take you guys through all of that. Also, Humble's running a pretty good Square Enix sale. They've got a pretty good Humble bundle right now, and Steam's got some good deals as well. And I do believe we have the lowest deal on Monster Hunter World ever, to go back to the Capcom deals, so that's pretty nice as well. First off, I do want to take you guys through the Humble bundle real quick. Humble Indie Bundle 20, gave this a mention a few videos ago, but just to quickly go through it again, I would highly recommend you to get the pay $1 tier. I really wouldn't go above that. The pay $10 or more tier also I don't feel like is worth it all too much. The $1 tier will get you the First Tree, which is great, Tangle Deep, and Among the Sleep. Then beating the average of $3.98 will get you Getting Over It with Bennett Fondy, Tooth and Tail, and then Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. And lastly, $10 or more will get you Overgrowth. Again, I would stick to the $1 tier. The First Tree is the most notable game out of that tier for me, and that's really why I'm recommending it, so I would stick with that tier. If you want to go a little bit up, it's never a bad value, but the $1 tier is really where the value shines here. Moving on from that, some other Humble deals, most notably on some Square Enix games. Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration is 80% off for $11.99. The other Tomb Raider games are on sale as well. I believe Rise of the Tomb Raider is the best from a value standpoint. Yes, it's not as cheap as the first game, but it's much better than the first game. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider, while it is a very recent release, I would honestly say that Rise of the Tomb Raider is the better game. The issue with SOTR definitely comes from a storytelling standpoint and the fact that there's a bunch of DLC. I imagine at some point we're going to see a complete edition or whatever the case may be for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. If you really want the entire experience, you got to pick up the Croft Edition, I believe it's called, and that's $45, too expensive. ROTR, however, for $12 is a great buy, and of course, if you're subscribed to Humble Monthly, you'll save 10% and you'll end up getting it for $10.80. Next up, also a great deal, Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut is 85% off for $3.05. I believe 85% should actually knock the game's price down to $3, so figure that one out. I don't know why it's $3.05. Nonetheless, Deus Ex Human Revolution is a great game. The Director's Cut adds some pretty cool stuff. The DLC is already in there, a missing link. And then you also have some developer commentary and things like that that makes the experience better. Human Revolution is a great game. I personally thought this game was better than Mankind Divided, and it seems like most people agree with me on that sentiment. Mankind Divided is also on sale. I think the deluxe edition is $6 and change, and then the regular edition is $4.50, so that's not a bad buy either. But if you've yet to check out Human Revolution, definitely start off with that, and the Director's Cut for $3 is a great buy. Alright, after that, we do have some pretty good deals on Steam. The Vagrant is 60% off. Now, this is a game that released at $3.99. 60% off takes it down to $1.59. And when you look at this game from a visual standpoint, it's pretty captivating. It's very reminiscent of Vanillaware titles. If you guys aren't aware of them, they did Dragon's Crown, Odin's Sphere, Muramasa the Demon's Blade. Unfortunately, those games never came to PC. Hopefully sooner rather than later they will come. But The Vagrant is a 2D action RPG in that similar sense. It was received very, very well back when it was released in July of 2018. A lot of people just generally forgot about it at this point. But if it looks like something of interest, $1.59 for it is really good. It's a rather short game. I mean, it released at $4, so don't expect anything super lengthy, but there is definitely some good 2D action fun to be had here, especially for just $1.59. One of my favorite games in the last few years is also discounted. Steamworld Dig 2 is 50% off for $9.99. Guys, I love this game. It's a Metroidvania title with an awesome art style, great content, a little bit on the shorter side if you do rush your way through it, but when this game was released, it was received incredibly well. All-time Steam reviews actually have it pegged at 95% positive, overwhelmingly positive, so most people side with me, and a Metacritic score of 85. Game is super easy to run as well, but the art style is fantastic, so visually it's really not lagging behind. I believe the first title is also on sale. Yes, it is. It's available for $3. I would just get Steamworld Dig 2 because it's such a better game, but the first title isn't bad either. It's just Steamworld Dig 2, still at a relatively high price point of $9.99, but definitely well worth it. Moving on from that, now let's give a shout to all of these different Capcom games on sale. Great deals for all of them. For the next 19 hours, you can check out Monster Hunter World, 42% off for $35. I do believe this is the cheapest we've seen MH World on PC. Unfortunately, on consoles, it's readily available for $20 or less on PC because it is more of a recent release. It's held up in value. $35 is still an exceptional deal, and since its launch, Monster Hunter World has become a much better game on PC. At launch, it had its network issues, but now it's a pretty good experience on PC, and this is actually the most successful Capcom game that's available on PC, and that's saying a lot considering Devil May Cry 5, Resident Evil 2, those games did really well, but Monster Hunter World really resonated. Even after a delayed release on PC, So kind of goes to show, if you deliver a quality product, a delayed release, it's still going to do pretty well, and Monster Hunter World is definitely doing well. If you've yet to check it out, $35 is a great buy, and it's even better if you play with a couple of friends. You can play it solo, but this is an experience that is heightened with a couple of friends, so try to get them to pick it up too. $35 is getting you, north of 100 hours of gameplay. Capcom has been super committed in updating it, and there's going to be a paid expansion coming soon. Unfortunately for PC users, we're getting it after console gamers, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but MH World is such a compelling game that I can give it an easy recommendation at this price. Speaking of Capcom, I mentioned this in an earlier video, but Games Planet does have Devil May Cry 5 25% off for $45. I know a lot of you guys are hesitant in dropping $59.99 on this game, but given the incredibly strong reception the game has had, a lot of you guys are eager to play it, so you can get the best of both worlds a little bit. It's 25% off, so yes, not the steepest discount, but you can also get it right away. If you weigh everything out, it's a pretty good deal. $45 for DMC 5 is quite good. I would recommend you to be a fan of the series to go into it, especially paying this price point. However, if you are itching for a high-quality, action-oriented title, a hack-and-slash game, DMC 5 is definitely going to fit that bill, and some awesome music in the game as well, so that's definitely not a bad thing. Devil May Cry 5, the second most successful Capcom release on PC, and I'm shocked by that considering it has outpaced Resident Evil 2. I just imagine Resident Evil a more noteworthy franchise than Devil May Cry, but just goes to show how good Devil May Cry is. RE2 did really, really well on PC, so just good to see all of Capcom's releases resonating a lot with PC gamers. Goes to show if a game is quality, if it's a good port, even at a high price point, people will buy it, so good to see DMC 5 success, and Games Planet can get you the game a little cheaper. Lastly, GambleA is actually running a Capcom sale right now, so a lot of great deals from them. We just talked about Resident Evil. They do have a deal on Resident Evil 2 that's available for $48, still a little bit pricey. If you've waited this long, I imagine you can wait a little bit longer to get that game cheaper. However, Resident Evil 4 Ultimate HD Edition, 75% off for $4.99. I actually just recently went through RE4, and it was a great time going back and play this game. Yes, it is a little bit dated considering it did release back in, 2003, 2004? It released a long time ago initially, but it's still a high-octane horror experience. This is the Resident Evil game that took it more in an action-oriented direction, but still a very compelling survival horror title. And $5 for it. It's often considered to be the best game in the series. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that after RE2, but it's definitely a damn good game. Another Capcom game that took a while to come over to PC, but when it did, it made an impact, and that is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. This is an open-world action RPG. Often, its battle style is compared to Souls in that it is a little bit more challenging of a game. Released all the way back in 2013 or 2012 on consoles, a PC version was something that I thought was never going to happen, but then early 2016, it randomly released on PC, and we got an exceptional port as well. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is fantastic on PC. You get the base game, you get the Dark Arisen expansion, which adds a ton of content, and it is just a very good open world adventure. A lot of people missed out on this. It doesn't go on sale much lower than $9.99. Often I saw it for $11.99. It was a part of a Humble Monthly a while back, and I recommended a lot of you guys to get it then. Unfortunately, that time has long passed, but if you want Dark Arisen, $10 for the game is definitely a solid buy. And lastly, another great Capcom release that took a little bit to come to PC, Okami with Okami HD. Okami HD is 51% off, down to $9.89. This is another game that's been holding up in price for quite a while. It released all the way back in December of 2017, but it often doesn't get south of, say, $12. Retail price was $20, so it released at a pretty acceptable price point. Okami is considered by many to be one of the best PS2 games ever, and that says a lot considering the PS2's incredible library, but Okami definitely ranks up there with the best games. A lot of people will also draw comparisons to Zelda, and those are definitely apt. There is some unfortunate truths about the PC version, 30 FPS lock, so that is a little bit depressing, but the game itself is so good that I want to give it a recommendation. I hope Okami HD did well enough to warrant another Okami game. Capcom is on a roll, and Okami 2 would be something I think that would be received really, really well. And even though Okami 1 didn't do all too well from a sales standpoint from the get-go, I think now in 2019, an Okami 2 would resonate real hard with gamers. So hopefully sooner rather than later, it will happen. We did get Okami Dead on the Nintendo DS, but a full-fledged Okami 2 would be terrific. For now, give Okami HD a look if you never checked it out, because it is a worthwhile game. And that's gonna conclude this video, guys. Again, a lot of great deals from the Humble Indie Bundle 20, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Human Revolution, couple of hidden gems on Steam right now with Steamworld Dig 2, The Vagrant, and all those Capcom deals, a new low on Monster Hunter World at $35, DMC 5 a little bit cheaper, and a couple of other great Capcom titles. That's gonna conclude this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, as always, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.